Me and my best friend Nicole are going to renovate RVs and trailers and hit the road because coronavirus 2020 has hit full swing. It's dangerous here. Numbers are going up. Kids cannot return to school. Even if they were going to return to school, they were talking about making the kids wear gloves and masks and be distant and do these super short days. And it was sounding more and more miserable and intolerable to Nicole and I. So we decided to make our dreams come true and live in our RVs and travel around the country together until schools get back to normal and we can move back home. We're going to rent out our houses, store all our furniture. I'm going to renovate my trailer. She's going to buy an RV. And we're going to hit the road. We're going to go not far, Palm Springs, for the first 3 months. See, Nicole's a nurse, so she can get travel nursing jobs. And then I'll be able to help babysit and tutor the kids because I don't really have a job right now. I'm a photographer, but with coronavirus, a lot of families are not comfortable taking pictures, even outside. You know, there's only so much distancing that can be done during a family photo shoot with me as the photographer. So I've had a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 a month, but I'm not used to this workload by any means. I'm used to being slammed busy, so it's hard. It's hard on me. Kids have been struggling with remote learning ever since the shutdown happened back in March, so I don't want to subject them to that for a year. I mean, the deal at home is we have a 4-bedroom house, so Ryan's working from home right now, and he's in the bedroom, so that used to be my office. Now it's Ryan's office because, like I said, I don't have really any work. So he moved into that 3rd or 4th bedroom, the smallest one, and he's been working from home mostly all the time. So he's in there with the door shut so he can be on Zoom meetings, every day and do his job. And it's a regular, 40-hour-a-week job, so he needs to concentrate and be quiet. So we don't see him that often, even though he's right here in the house with us. He's behind closed doors. Yeah, when we were talking about how horrible we think it is that the schools are closing down and everybody's kind of got to be shut inside, indoors, and away from nature and away from connecting with other people and away from socializing with other kids and stuff. It's the more we were like, why don't we just find a way to make it work and do our RV dream life now? So, I mean, we talked it out. We talked how Nicole could get travel nursing jobs and where we could go. We could go, like, we pretty much narrowed it down to, like, the southern states and the western states, mostly because, like, pretty finicky about weather, being from California and all. We don't really want to go where it's too hot or too cold, so we're thinking about setting out this winter when the weather gets cold and heading just to Palm Springs. Still in California. There's a killer RV resort there I found that's like $600 a month for all our utilities. And it's got mineral hot springs, pools, and a lake, like with duck feeding, like miniature golf for the kids, a laundromat, like Wi-Fi, everything. It's got all the amenities plus a whole bunch. And even though we'd be living inside of a trailer, which is a lot like tighter than our house, obviously, we have the whole outside, the whole resort to enjoy. And unlike home, where it's really not safe to just wander around the neighborhood streets, inside of a RV resort, it is. And whenever we go to the river, the kids really enjoy their freedom. They get to ride bikes. They can go build a fort, wherever. They can talk to new people, make new friends. That's when all of us are happiest. And Nicole and I just sit outside in our zero gravity recliners and just talk. And, hopefully Ryan will join us as much as he can outside of his work schedule. But, we're doing this. There's a lot of like radical components to it that it makes it feel, you know, like really unusual, but I don't think it is. I think it's like we're making the best of a weird situation. And, you know, the plan is to come back in 12 to 18 months. Then there's me, and I'm the biggest whiner of all, so I have the biggest problem with this whole not going to school thing and not being able to work. First of all, I've been working since I was like 15, and I've never not worked, so I don't know what to do with myself. It's like uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna need to start like a YouTube channel and document our travels so that I can take this, you know? And then the other thing, it's just that Nicole and I have always wanted to park our trailers side by side and we always talk about living at the river, you know, in Kingsburg, because it's so beautiful there. Grass covered campsites, and I've always had a trailer, and she camps in it with me, probably more often than Ryan camps in it with me. It's usually me and Nicole and the kids. You know, and Hudson too, anyway, back to the home situation. Hudson too, he's in his room, you know, pretty much all day on his playing computer games, Roblox and whatnot, or iPad games. He was hanging out with some neighborhood kids before, but even that's kind of dried up. And, you know, Gracie too, her friends, like, we're all getting more nervous with the coronavirus situation. So nobody's like really thrilled about play dates right now. The more we talk about it and plan it out, the more we're like, you know, like, this coronavirus thing isn't such a bad thing. It's not, okay, I know it sounds terrible because people are getting sick and dying, but it's not such a bad thing for us. We're going to make the best of it, and we are going to have epic memory making. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And we'll still come home plenty. Like, whenever I need to work, or, you know, kids need to see their friends and relatives, like, no problem. We'll be home once a month at least. For that, I'm going to rent my house out, and that will cover the mortgage. And then our rent payment is like, compared to our mortgage, nothing, you know? We'll be saving like, at the first stop, we'll be saving like $3,000 a month just in rent and utilities, while somebody else covers our bills. It's kind of genius, you know? It's kind of genius. I've already got a couple of people are interested in renting out the house. The house is like super nice. I don't think I'll have any trouble renting it out. And so I've been doing what I can do, which is clearing out the garage. I have this weird like half garage here. I'll show you. And it's only good for storage. It's not really wide enough for a car. So we have all this stuff in here that like we need to sell. This is mostly camping stuff, and we're taking about like half of it with us and remodeling for the trailer projects. Take the bikes with us, put them on the back of the trailer. And then I have tools and paint and stuff. I need to organize all that. I need to sell all that, sell most of that. And then I'll have plenty of room to store a few, well, basically the rest of the house. Like, our house is 1,300 square feet, and a lot of the furniture we have is like old. So I don't think I'm gonna be like trying to store anything that's like old, you know? It's time for a change. So I'm just gonna sell all that stuff on the cheap, and then buy new when we come home. Buy something different. Maybe even buy a different house. And put my trailer, which will be newly renovated, into some RV parking on the side of the house or something. All the possibilities are very, very exciting. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. See what the next steps are. I got a cold Coke from Hawk. I knew he would have a non-alcoholic cold beverage for me. And Nicole is on her way. I'm so excited for our first ever episode of RV Besties right here in our home resort, but we're just getting started. Tune in. Mikey's saying that we're like Thelma and Louise, Nicole.
Thelma and Louise, you guys are the shit. Go jump off a fucking cliff.
Into some water? Like, I could live this way. It's so nice here.
They did die. Let me throw that in. They did kill themselves.
Who?
Thelma and Louise.
Oh, well, we don't have to.
They flew up into the Grand Canyon.
Well, they like killed dudes. We're not going to kill anybody.
You don't know that.
Unless
you might
it's
kill your husband.
Nicole at work or me with my husband. That almost doesn't count.
Hey, Nicole, have you ever just pulled the plug on someone that's just not going to make it and they're suffering?
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't tell me. You better not tell me. It's being recorded.
I'm sure.
But
we're like Thelma and Louise.
Some people should die.
Not us, though.
No, I'm not ready.
No, I'm not ready. You're not ready.
You're way young.
You're way young, too. Yeah. You're youngster. This is the youngster.
I skied like I was 40 today.
You're like 73
I skied
years
like
young?
I was 40 today. I was pretty proud of myself.
Shh, that's crazy.
And
like
I skied to the bridge.
I can't even ski, probably. I
Skied
probably
to the
can't even
bridge.
get up anymore.
And my best turns were right before the bridge. Fucking, God damn it.
I'm going to try skiing next weekend in Lake Havasu with our boat, with our friends.
Go early.
Think I could still get up?
Sure. It's nothing.
It's been like 3 years.
You're only going to go like, hey, it's easy.
I have like zero stamina though. And now I'm going to be like, my finger doesn't bend.
You're going to have trouble with grip strength. Just because that's the way it is.
I'm going to like hold my finger out
But
just in case.
You still can probably get up easily because you're still a lightweight, which is nice.
Nice. So we're going to test it out with the boat next weekend. And then I figured...
There's a nice old ski antique.
Yeah, it's like my old one. Exactly. It's just the blue version. I had the red one. It's like the exact same boat. Oh, look at that. I used to have
I
that
actually
boat.
wanted to ski the other day. I wanted to check out the...
August 3rd, got it. I'll be back.
I'll come back anyway.
With the new boat.
Even if Hawks go,
It's
I'll
old,
just- I
but
can stay
it's
with
new
Kenny.
to us. It's a 98, I
Does
think.
Kenny here? They love me.
No, I don't think
Why
so.
do they love me? I don't know.
Everybody loves you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You established that when I was 19 years old.
I want you to call
like-
Pam Doll. She'll fucking crack up.
That'd be cool.
Hey, this is like
Mikey's
This is
reconnecting
Jen.
with his high school sweetheart.
young love, first love.